The Southeast remains one of Nigeria's most commercially vibrant regions, home to millions of entrepreneurs, manufacturers, traders, and professionals. The region has continued to drive economic activity despite facing security challenges, infrastructure deficit, and limited federal investment. Every election cycle, governors promise better roads, quality healthcare, modern schools, industrial parks, and jobs. But after taking office, an important question remains: who is actually delivering measurable development? This documentary is not about political parties. It is not about campaign promises. It is about examining visible projects, governance reforms, economic initiatives, healthcare, education, infrastructure, investment attraction, and transparency across the 5 Southeast states. Our assessment relies on publicly available government documents, state's budget, independent media reports, official project announcements, and reports from institutions such as Southeast Development Commission. By the end of this documentary, you can decide which governor appears to be getting development right. Development is bigger than constructing roads. For this review, we examine 6 major indicators: infrastructure, healthcare, education, economic growth and investment, job creation, governance, and transparency. We also consider project execution, not just announcements, because a governor can commission hundreds of projects on paper, but citizens ultimately judge completed projects. Since taking office in 2023, Governor Alex Otti has placed heavy emphasis on rebuilding infrastructure and restoring public confidence. Road rehabilitation has become one of the administration's biggest priorities, particularly in Aba and Umuahia. Several previously impassable roads have been reconstructed, while drainage projects have reduced flooding in key commercial areas. The government has also embarked on reforms in public health care, renovation of schools, and digitization of government processes. Another major focus is investment. Projects such as the proposed Abia Medical City, Abia Industrial and Innovation Initiatives, the proposed Abia Airport, and the state's maritime ambition have attracted national attention, although several remain at different stages of development. Supporters argue that Abia has become more disciplined financially. Critics argue that many flagship projects are still under construction and should ultimately be judged by completion and long-term impact. Governor Charles Soludo inherited one of Nigeria's strongest commercial economies. Rather than relying solely on road construction, his administration has emphasized long-term urban planning. The government has invested in road infrastructure, erosion control, environmental sanitation, and digital governance. One major challenge the government has pointed out to has been insecurity and the Monday sit-at-home disruption, which the governor had repeatedly described as damaging to the state's economy. His administration estimates billions of naira are lost weekly because of disrupted commercial activities. Supporters believe Soludo is laying foundation for a modern technology-driven economy. Critics argue that security concerns continue to slow investment. Ebonyi has become known for aggressive infrastructure development over the last decade. Governor Francis Nwifuru has continued road construction, healthcare expansion, and educational investment begun by previous administration while introducing his own priorities. The administration has also focused on housing projects, youth empowerment, and agricultural development because Ebonyi has historically invested heavily in concrete roads construction. Citizens closely watch whether current projects maintain previous standards. Many observers consider continuity one of the state's strongest strengths. Governor Peter Mbah entered office with one of the most ambitious development plans in the Southeast. His administration targets rapid economic expansion through infrastructure, education reform, healthcare modernization, and technology. The government has announced smart schools, primary healthcare upgrades, urban road construction, water projects, and investment promotion. The administration has also emphasized improving internally generated revenue and attracting private capital. Supporters praise the pace of project execution. Critics say long-term success will depend on sustaining implementation over multiple years. Governor Hope Uzodimma has focused heavily on road infrastructure and strategic connectivity. Major roads linking different parts of the state have been rehabilitated. Imo also possesses significant natural gas resources, creating opportunities for industrial development if fully utilized. The state has attracted attention through energy-related initiatives, including partnerships connected to gas development and projects such as the Ano Gas Project, which has national economic significance. Infrastructure around transportation and urban renewal has also received attention. However, security concerns remain one of the state's biggest developmental challenges. Each governor appear to have different priorities. Abia focuses on rebuilding institutions and infrastructure. Anambra emphasizes planning, technology, and urban management. Ebonyi continues infrastructure expansion and agriculture. Enugu pushes ambitious economic transformation. Imo prioritizes strategic roads and energy opportunities. The challenge is that development cannot be measured only by project announcements. Execution matters, maintenance matters, economic impact matters. Despite their differences, every Southeast governor faces similar obstacles. Security remains a major concern. Inflation has increased construction costs. Federal infrastructure gaps continue to affect regional competitiveness. Limited revenue also restricts how quickly projects can be completed. These realities make governance significantly more difficult across the region. The establishment of the Southeast Development Commission represents a new opportunity for coordinated regional development. Rather than each state working independently, the Commission aims to support infrastructure, economic growth, environmental restoration, and investment across the region. In 2026, the 5 Southeast governors also pledged financial contribution towards supporting the Commission's proposed budget, signaling increased regional cooperation. If properly managed, this institution could accelerate development beyond what individual states' governments can achieve alone. So who is getting development right? There may not be one simple answer. If your priority is rapid road construction, your ranking may differ. If healthcare matters most, another state may appear stronger. If economic reform and investment attraction matters most, your conclusion could change again. Development is multidimensional. Visible projects are important, but sustainability, transparency, maintenance, job creation, and measurable improvement in citizens' lives matter even more. Ultimately, the best performing governor is not necessarily the one with the biggest announcement, but the one whose policies produce lasting improvements. The Southeast possesses enormous economic potential. Its greatest strength has always been its people, the entrepreneurs, manufacturers, professionals, farmers, artisans, and innovators who continue to build despite challenges. Good governance can accelerate that potential. Poor governance can slow it. As these 5 governors continue their tenures, history will judge them not by speeches or political slogans, but by completed projects, stronger institutions, improved living standards, and opportunities created for future generations. The competition should never be about politics. It should always be about development. And if every Southeast governor competes to outperform the other in infrastructure, education, healthcare, security, and economic growth, then the real winners will be the people of the region. As we come to the end of this state-by-state performance review, one thing is clear: development is not a one-time event. It is a continuous journey. Across the Southeast, each governor has recorded achievement, faced unique challenges, and pursued different priorities. Some have focused on road and infrastructure, others on healthcare, education, technology, investment, or economic reforms. But in the end, the true measure of leadership is not the number of projects announced. It is the lasting impact those projects have on the lives of ordinary people. Better roads that reduce travel time, hospitals that save lives, schools that prepare the next generation, businesses that create jobs, and policies that inspire confidence in the future. The Southeast has always been known for resilience, enterprise, and innovation. With effective governance and greater regional cooperation, the region has the potential to become one of Africa's leading economic hubs. The conversation doesn't end here. It begins with informed citizens who demand accountability, celebrate genuine progress, and encourage healthy competition among leaders. Because when governors compete to deliver real development, everyone benefits. If you found this documentary informative and balanced, don't forget to like this video to help more people discover it. Subscribe to the channel for more in-depth documentaries on the Southeast, Nigeria's economy, governance, infrastructure, and regional development. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss the next documentary. Now we would love to hear from you. Which Southeast governor do you believe is making the biggest impact and why? Share your thoughts in the comment below, but keep the discussion respectful, fact-based, and constructive. If you know someone who cares about the future of Southeast, share this documentary with them. Meaningful conversations start with reliable information. Thank you for watching. And remember, development is not about political slogans. It's about measurable results that improve the lives of the people. See you in the next documentary.